What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review. Today I have finally finished the trilogy of The Lord of the Rings with 2003's Return of the King. Woo! And this one, I will say, I am glad I have finally finished these. The extended versions of these are all hefty, very, very long movies. This last Return of the King's extended edition is like 4.5 hours. Like, hefty amounts of time. But I was able to watch this, and I don't think I had ever actually seen this one fully through. Maybe this was one of those that like I had tried to watch, fell asleep in the middle of, woke up at the end, because I vaguely remember some things of Aragorn at the end of this, but like the middle portions, I didn't remember a whole lot. And you know, there's some parts I did, but I marked this down as a first time watch because it was probably the first time that I genuinely sat down intentionally to watch it, if you know what I mean. But this movie has a badass battle with elephants, with people on horseback, and Mordor, and yeah. Like this movie's fucking crazy. You know, like it's just so good. It holds up so goddamn well too. You know, like even though it's a blurry shot because they're in movement and you see like the people on the ground, like this is an iconic shot and hard to do even today. Right? And they got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elephants with multiple tusks each, with cabanas on their backs, stomping on fools, and just going ham with these goddamn elephants. And I think they actually defeat the elephants, if I'm correct. But it's such a good movie. You got Frodo and Samwise and Gollum together. Those three are kind of like going to Mordor, I believe. There's a lot of names and a lot of locations, a lot of places in this, so forgive me if I'm getting any of them wrong. I'm not like a diehard, right? Like I just said, I would watch this for like one of my first real times, but I appreciate these movies for what they are. Now, if I want to watch The Lord of the Rings, but a modern version of that, it's really honestly just Game of Thrones, but Game of Thrones is better because it's not just about some ring and some dude named Gollum, right? Like, great for 2003. I just don't know if in 2024 and the things that we have, that you're going to choose to watch, 12.5 hours of Lord of the Rings, or just go watch 12 episodes of Game of Thrones. You know, to me, I liked Game of Thrones better. You know, not to say that takes anything away from Lord of the Rings, but you know, there is things that, like the character building, you know, and how we've watched these characters grow over 3 films, and Samwise and Frodo and them are all being watched by the Eye. The Eye still looks perfect, right? Like the Eye can be a main villain in anything forever, right? Like the Eye of Sauron or whatever. It's like almost like a cat eye, but it's on fire. Ooh, it's like It's very intimidating, and it still looks fucking phenomenal. So whoever designed that knew exactly what they were doing. But my favorites, right? Aragorn, Viggo Mortensen, Orlando Bloom as Legolas. Apparently, he was 19 years old, Orlando Bloom, broke his back, and then started filming the horseback riding archer of Legolas at 20. Right, so it doesn't seem like there was enough period of time between back-breaking in this character, but somehow, you know, maybe it's the young age, he healed quickly, but shout out to Orlando Bloom. I didn't know that. Just, you know, it makes it even more impressive, because he's on horseback, he's running, you know, like, a lot of things that you need your back to do, you know, so, and I believe he did it. I don't think he, you know, had, like, stunt doubles or anything like that. But, you know, I've said this in the other 2 Lord of the Rings videos. Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Grey, Ian McKellen. My guy. I fucking love Ian McKellen. And seeing him get to do some badass shit in this movie is awesome. Getting to see him fight, swing the sword, the white beard, the white hair, the white cloak. Oh, my Gandalf. I ride with you, sir. But also, my other favorite character, you know, right? That's my favorite character is probably Aragorn and Gandalf. And then my midgets, right? My hobbits, my dwarf. I love Gimli. I love Samwise Gamgee. You know, like there's a love tier, and Samwise Gamgee's way up there. I'll tell you what. And he gets a badass little moment trying to save Frodo from a spider. He's got the little light thing. He's got a sword. He's fighting back, and he holds his own. He saves Frodo. He gets him. I don't know if he saves Frodo right then, but he saves Frodo eventually, and good for Samwise. And then, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because this is a 4.5 hour movie, and I watched it a couple days ago, so forgive me, I don't remember every goddamn minute of this 4.5 hour debacle. But I will say that the Lord of the Rings movies are going to be movies that I probably watch periodically throughout my life, and the way I like to watch things, if I'm going to start the first one, I'm going to watch all 3 of them. And if I'm going to watch all 3 of them, I might as well watch the extended cuts. Why not? That's just the type of autism I have. But Gollum, right, was fantastically portrayed by Andy Serkis this entire 3 movies. More so in the second and third movies. But he gets a quite fitting demise. He finally he's holding on to his precious, plummeting into the mines of Mordor in the lava pit below. And I still don't know how they do shots like this. I'm guessing this is all just computer generated, because this is obviously not Andy Serkis, right? It's his motion capture, but they have to then build a computer generated image around that. So that's probably how they did this. But still, for 2003, this is an incredibly good shot. Gollum's face as they pull back through the ring, right? They could pull back next to his hand just as easy, but instead they try to pull back through the ring. Gotcha. They pull back through the ring as he melts into the lava. And you can see on his face, there is no pain of him melting, right? Like, your body is literally melting from lava. You should be, you should be Anakin, friggin', I hate you, burning, you know what I'm saying? But instead, the only thing he cares about is this ring. And he goes, I can die, but as long as I die before the ring, right? Like, the last thing he does is hold the ring up, and the ring slowly melts, and the journey has been complete. We go back, we celebrate with our people, everyone's bowing to Aragorn the king, and Aragorn looks at the hobbits and goes, you bow to no one, my friends. And Frodo and Merry and Pippin and Samwise, the boys are back. They survived the unlikely 4 trio, or quintuples. Fuck, what is a group of 4? Whatever. The unlikely 4 hobbits are back and survived this harrowing journey, and I absolutely love it. And seeing them go back to the Hobbit Keep, and and then actually come back, because they're like, we've now been on this journey, we can't just go back. And he has like a little send off Frodo and Bilbo. Phenomenal. But what really makes this worth it the whole time is through the 3 movies you get to see the arc of Aragorn, and now he is the new king of Gondor, I believe. Either way, he is the one true heir, and he is the return of the king himself, Aragorn, Viggo Mortensen. Absolutely love it. I gave this movie an overall score of 3.5 out of 5 stars. 7 out of 10. I believe I gave all 3 movies 3.5 out of 5 stars. So that just means to me that I like these movies, The Lord of the Rings, as a franchise, all 3 of them, I give a 7 out of 10. A median average of 7 out of 10. And that is a solid score. That means I like the films. That means there is some things I would change, but obviously you're going to change some things 20 years after a movie is made, because you have modern technology on the mind. You have modern acting skills on your mind. You have modern filmmaking on the mind. Modern CGI, VFX, right? Like, they could probably do these same movies, just remakes right now, and they would look and feel so much better, because the pacing would be faster. Like, there's plenty of things in this movie that are long and stretched out because the movie's 4 hour long, and they only have like a 5-minute sequence of visual effects that probably took years to make, but they're trying to highlight and make those moments the most impactful moments in the movie. But to do that in early 2000s, you had to have a bunch of dialogue scenes, a bunch of scenes with groups walking, and they're not really doing much. And then the action scenes fly by quicker, And the action scenes are friggin' phenomenal, but they fly by, it seems like, compared to the rest of the movie, right? Like, it seems like you're at a slow snail's pace the whole time, and then some action happens, and it's bang, 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 and then you're back to the snail's pace. You know what I mean? Like, that's my one real gripe with these movies. But it's early 2000s, 2001, 2002, 2003. I give my compliments to the cast, the crew, Peter Jackson. They did a wonderful job. 7 out of 10 is where I rank these movies. Now, comment below, should I go and watch the Hobbit trilogy along with the Rings of Power show on Amazon Prime? I know virtually nothing of those movies and or that show, and I would love to know your thoughts on those things down in the comment section below. If there's like 10 likes on this video and some comments, maybe I'll do some Hobbit films for you guys. But if you've made it this far in the video, thank you guys for watching. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit that bell so you don't miss future videos. My name is Big Cam. You can find my other social media links in the description below. But till next time, I will see you guys when I see you guys.